Many people were taken aback by the news that the Federal Reserve and XRP had met 3 times behind closed doors to discuss the prospect of using XRP for international financial transactions. These discussions took place in the month before the announcement. The ultimate goal seems to be a possible fast growth in the price of XRP, which would exceed the ceiling of $10,000 per year per coin, as it gets ready to perform a key part in the digital money system of transaction operations, essentially led by the Central Bank of the United States. It is expected that integrating the XRP ledger alongside its native currency into the operations of the Reserve's government will fundamentally alter the manner in which international trade is carried out, with tremendous repercussions as a direct result of this. Take a leisurely dive into the significance that XRP is getting ready to reach heights that were previously unimaginable in the coming weeks. A transparent system would make it possible for the public to track financial transactions involving banks, such as loans for unexpected expenses, delivering an exceptionally high level of openness. They praised the Ripple network for its potential to increase the capabilities that Bitcoin initially made popular, and this was the basis for their praise. The ledger system has been uncovered by my research, another important document in which the Federal Reserve explicitly acknowledges the Federal Reserve in the midst of circulating suspicions surrounding their interactions with Ripple and the likelihood of leveraging XRP to strengthen the element of the integrated federal and, as I indicated earlier, our payment infrastructure. The previously unanticipated development has the potential to significantly impact the XRP market. According to the statements made in the document, there has been substantial progress made in bridging the digital divide that exists between traditional banking systems. Additionally, as a direct result of the collaboration, the decentralized financial sector is increasing, which will in turn feed new service and metal into a nexus for quick fiat and blockchain. It identifies transactions involving stablecoins, Ripple, a financial technology company, that the Federal Reserve has enrolled due to its ability to facilitate payments that are set across borders, and open ledger technology that is intended for monetary exchanges, is now the leader on the roster of fintech firms that the Fed has enlisted. Stellar Lumens are yet another blockchain-based cryptocurrency that is revolutionizing both speed and power, and they are included on the lineup alongside Ripple. Because global financial transactions are so efficient, we find ourselves in the precarious position of having to choose between the widely utilized cryptocurrency Ripple and the less popular cryptocurrency Stellar Lumens. The former is abbreviated as XRP and the latter as XLMEM, if it's possible that both options might be taken. The choice will most likely come down to just one. However, if there is only room for one option, it seems like choosing to gamble on Ripple XRP would be the most reasonable choice. However, the reason for this may be found in the formal legal recognition proceedings that the SEAC brought against Ripple. During those hearings, the president judge handed down a major ruling on XRP, coming to the conclusion that cryptocurrencies are not deemed to be securities, thereby granting XRP a definitive legal character. A representative for Ripple stated in a recent interview that the company recently disclosed that it has offered a novel payment method called the FedMap payment, which was developed by the infrastructure of the Federal Reserve System. In addition, they said openly and unequivocally that the XRP, which would be utilized by the blockchain in the system, would power the framework coin with full support from Ripple. The disclosure demonstrates that the utilization of XRP in these federal payment agreements has been an ongoing interior development for some time now. The information that is currently arriving just indicates that there is a proposal that has been around for a long time, and that there is a definite sensation of anticipation that implementation may only be close corner, potentially starting sincere in the near future, probably in 2014 or 2014 or 2015. The federal government, with its proposal reserve and a group of scientists working with them at the time, the idea was hazy and comparable to a specialized permission blockchain. In addition, I mentioned that the basis of the invention might be a widespread permission blockchain with constraints that include a variety of currencies in addition to just the US dollar. Therefore, while the interoperability was handled faultlessly, we witnessed comparable trends to what is happening among other people on platforms like as Ripple, in spite of the fact that blockchain technology presents a potentially workable alternative. The general consensus and the theory that I'm leaning towards is that a bridge money that this middleman could possibly keep a constant value, either the United States dollar or the euro, works quite similarly to currency and presents an alternative to what is already their Ripple framework, in light of the fact that the commercial trials are scheduled to commence in May. The question of whether or not there will be a significant rise in demand remains open. It does not appear to be an unlikely scenario that the price of XRP would reach 10,000 before the end of the year. If XRP is about to gain such large backing as a native coin that is worth $10, then the quantity appears to have a very high probability of becoming thousands of dollars. This claim has some support in a scenario in which significant sums of money are being transported repeatedly or swapped with a standing asset that is steady and highly valuable. Most notably, I have seen Ripple expanding into the real estate market recently with a strong emphasis on navigating tokenizing real estate assets. This claim has some support in a scenario in which significant sums of money are being transported repeatedly or swapped with a standing asset that is steady and highly valuable. The complexity of the SWIFT system has a procedure that has not been their norm, not only difficult but also significantly more expensive than accepted forms of payment techniques. The need for this stems from the fact that they have a global operational footprint and require that money be directed back to their purported corporate headquarters, which must be located in either the United States or Canada. Ripple enters the picture by proposing, as many people are aware, a feasible option that has recently began phase 1 of the Rentcom network's conversations in respect to the Republic of Palau's implementation for publicly accessible housing. A significant amount of talk has centered on the subject of assets. There are various speculations that during these talks with the CEO of Ripple, Brad Garlinghouse was perhaps detained, signifying the beginning of a relationship that would promote easier transactions involving rentable assets. This would be a positive development, even though I crammed as much as I possibly could into my carry-on. I was still able to make good use of most of the items I brought in light of the current and ongoing conversations that watchers and analysts are having regarding the Federal Reserve. It is becoming increasingly clear that XRP may genuinely be set to surpass $10,000, which would be a spectacular accomplishment for the reason that many of you are already aware of. The Ripple Federal Reserve has made statements public regarding their intentions to use XRP in the process of enhancing the feature of the favored map payment on blockchain construction. The claims that were made by a spokesperson for Ripple who admitted taking part in conversations with the Federal Reserve lend credence to this bombshell revelation. Recent events have caused sentiment to be reflected on Ripple. Once the ruling of the SEC has been implemented and the dust has settled from the fight between banks, it is anticipated that there will be a greater interest in Bitcoin and XRP when the chief executive officer of Ripple comes on. The squad immediately goes into action while providing a unified message to everyone saying welcome and expressing a strong willingness to work together when we have a successful conclusion. During the ongoing discussions, they have acknowledged that the infrastructure has potential by acknowledging that it is an alternative that is both more cost-effective and more efficient. In light of these new developments, it begs the question, why should XRP be exploited to the full extent of its potential, as to why the value of I should be investigated?